Okay, so whenever I first found out I was pregnant, I I was nervous. I didn't know who I was going to tell first. I didn't know if I was going to keep it. I didn't know um, where I was going to go financially. I wasn't sad. I was just more so like disappointed. Like, I'm not married yet, or I'm not where I want to be in life. But I did want to have an abortion. That was heavy on my mind. Um, when I told one girl, she was the one that took me to the store to get the pregnancy test. So she was kind of like the only person that knew, and she already has a kid. So she was like really on me about my next step. Um, she was like, "You're pregnant, and you need to keep it. You need to set an appointment. You need to get signed up for, this program, that program." And I was just looking at her like, I don't think she knows that I want to have an abortion. So I was kind of like playing both sides of it. Half of me want to have an abortion, half of me feels like I can do this. Whenever I actually scheduled the appointment to get an abortion, I I looked at prices. I knew it was going to be expensive because I've like heard stories and stuff. So I had my money ready, even though that money probably was for bills or something. I was comparing it to a baby. Abortion this much, a baby $1 million, and I could just throw this in my past. But went down there, talked to a lady. Still felt like a bad person. I kind of was sweating. I cried before on the trip down there. I kind of cried. But I didn't want the people to know that I was crying, so it's because I didn't want them to talk me out of it. Got there, we talked, and they told me, you come back on this day, and that's when we'll go ahead with it. They actually let me hear and see the baby whenever they confirmed that I was pregnant. So that kind of did something to me. Just knowing like he is in there, like he's living now. So that was a big talk out of it. But the main thing that really talked me out of it is when I met this woman named Kathy. Kathy was the one that actually talked me out of it, had me cancel my appointment. She talked to me about Christ. She introduced me to so many new people just within the same 2 or 3 days. Like 2 or 3 days, I went from I'm pregnant, I want an abortion, I'm keeping it. So it was really fast. It was really scary, but it was definitely worth it. Like, it was like an emotional roller coaster. And all this is going on behind my boyfriend's back. So as far as he was concerned, I was happy about the baby. But whenever we actually talked about it, I kind of sat him down and told him what was going on and about how, because he was waiting on the first doctor's appointment, when in reality, I was going to get to the appointment and there was going to be no baby. So he was like, so I sat him down and I told him, like, now we have 2 appointments because I met Carol Ann. And she talked to me about Choices and how Choices also does a ultrasound and a pregnancy test and stuff. So he's like, 1 doctor's appointment, 2 doctor's appointments. I'm like, yeah. Now we have that 3rd option, that extra support. So that was something different for me. And then whenever I met Carol and I met Choices, I just couldn't believe, like, I rode past that place 1,000 times, and I never would have knew, like, there's people that work to help pregnant women. Like, people actually want you to have your baby. They want to supply you with the things you need. I was like it was like a dream come true. Like, I would have been had a baby. I would have never been pro abortions. It would have never even slipped my mind if I knew that there were people out here that want to help you be a mother, be a great mother. My first appointment, we met Carolyn. It was like, now I have a face to match the text messages. She introduced me to her staff. They were so nice. So it was not a hospital, but it was close. It was similar to uncomfortable, because I'm scared of hospitals. So I was actually happy that the setting was, calm and cool, and everybody knew everybody, and everybody seems to care about me here. I was real emotional that first appointment. I just took the pregnancy test, and they confirmed it. They gave me, I didn't do my ultrasound that first day. They had me come back the next day for my ultrasound, and that's when I actually saw the baby moving. Even though I saw him, even though I had already had that experience before, this time it was about keeping him. So Choices was my first time seeing him in the womb, wanting him with Jayla there, with a support system. So it was like plan B, but better, From that point, I just kind of went baby crazy. Just seeing the room they have with all the baby stuff, the gift store, them telling me about the point system and the baby classes. It just kind of answered a lot of questions that I didn't have answers to. Like, I don't know much about having a baby. I don't know much about taking care of a baby. I don't know what a baby needs. They kind of have everything set there in one building. And that right there was like way, way better than Plan A. The parenting classes are to me the best thing at Choices, because it's kind of like the mother I never had. The parenting classes really motivated me to want to be the best mother. Like, as many classes as I can take before he gets here, the more I can learn, the more I can prepare for him. Investing into Choices would be like investing into a baby's future. Like, it's the difference between life or death. You may not ever see these people, you may not ever meet these people, but just me personally, Choices has saved my life. I don't think I would have ever even been this stable mentally, physically. Like, people tell me you look good. They tell me you're shining during your pregnancy, and it's not even just me or the baby, it's more so the support I have. Like, whenever I come back from my Choices appointments, I just feel like I've gained something else, and it's all free, and it's genuine, so I don't ever feel like I'm begging, or I don't ever feel like I'm just asking too much. It's like these people are actually wanting to help me, and then it's giving me confidence. It's preparing me. It's making me eager to meet my child now. So I just think, if you're investing into Choices, you're investing in someone else's happiness. So whenever Choices does something for me or another mother, you're really doing a lot for us. without even knowing. Like all the gifts I've received, all the support, all the answers I've gotten, I just feel like I would never be this alive from it. Like without choices, I probably would be somewhere sad and depressed. Like, honestly. If I were to go back to talking to my old self when I got pregnant, I would be telling myself that there is support out there. There is people that love you. There is people that want to see you and your baby prosper. I definitely be saying join choices. I definitely be saying get closer with Christ. I brought this because it was one of the best gifts I've received since I've become pregnant. A lady, Kathy, sent this through the mail. I just feel like it got me closer to Christ, and ever since then, it's been the best feeling ever. I feel like choosing life was like choosing Christ.